Hi my friends, welcome to the channel. My name is Loli. Today I bring you DIYs using Dollar Tree products. I hope you enjoy the video.
Today's projects are Farmhouse. For the first one, I'm going to use one pack of these little wood pieces from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to go ahead and line them up. None of these are exactly the same, but I'm going to go ahead and try to create a grouping, as you see there, trying to make it as even as possible. I made one that was a total of 6 pieces on each side and another one that had 5 pieces on each side, and I left 2 for the sides. First, I took some wood hot glue and I'm going to glue all these together. But it's important to keep each piece in the place where you already put them, since all of these are different sides and then nothing will be even. So as you see me there, I'm just trying to keep everything in place, making sure that they are butted together on both the sides and the fronts of each one of the sticks, and making sure to add the glue in a way in which it doesn't ooze towards the back, because the back will become the front of our project. Once I had both sides glued on, then I'm going to go ahead and glue one to each other. So I'm adding the hot glue on one side on there, pressing it together and holding it in place. And if there's any glue that oozed out, I'm just taking it off or just pulling it off of there. And I repeated the same thing with the other grouping of pieces there of wood. Now I am reinforcing the back. I'm just adding more hot glue on those joints in between each one of the sticks, just to make sure this has a nice adhesion. And I repeated the same thing with the other grouping that had 5. Now I'm going to create little legs here. So I am grouping 4 pieces of that wood and I am lining them up and marking exactly where I need to cut. Then I use my miter shears to cut everything down. It was hard, as you can see. Then I took my little file there and I'm sanding it down so that it's nice and even. Then we're gonna take, oh, or not, Miss Chloe Ann came to pay me a visit. I forgot about that. Here she was. She's like, Mommy, what are you up to? What are you doing? Can we just hang out? This is her. She just wanted me to just pet her, and she was like, taking no for an answer. She was mushing her face onto my face and just like trying tapping my face with her paws and all kinds of stuff, just looking for Mama's attention. I just gave her kisses, let her roam around for a little bit, but I was nervous. She was gonna get burned because I am working with hot glue. So as you see there, I am just gluing the legs on there, just adding a generous amount of hot glue onto the back there, and I'm placing them down and hold them in until they are dry. And I did that with all 4 of these legs. Then I came in and added some more hot glue to those joints just to reinforce them. And this is what it was looking like so far. Then I took the smaller grouping of the little logs and I'm going to add it right there. And I added a nice amount of hot glue in between the grooves of the last 2 pieces there and held the piece in place with a slight little angle. Then I took an extra log and I'm going to glue it right here just to brace this to give this more stability. So I just added a generous amount of hot glue onto the surface right there in between where the 2 pieces join, and I pressed the piece right there until that dry. And then I reinforced it with a little bit more hot glue. And this is how it's looking so far. All right, so now we're going to add some hand rest or armrest down here. So I just took another one of the length there, adding it to the edge of that little bench and marking exactly the length that I need. And I'm doing the same thing with the other side. Then I took my miter shears and I am cutting off that extra piece. and then I attach them using some hot glue. And this could be your last step, but once I attach these, I wanted to paint it, so I'm painting it with my Black & Decker paint and primer, and I gave it just a single distress coat. And then I took some of this folk art black paint, and I am going to paint all 4 of the legs and the headrest, well actually the armrest, using this color. My friends, if you enjoyed the video so far, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and if consider subscribing. And once you subscribe, make sure that you hit the notification bell and you set it to all, so YouTube notifies you each time that I upload a video. All these things are free and they mean the world to me. And also, don't forget to share. Sharing is caring. And that's all she wrote for this one. Let me know what you think. My friends, this video is part of a collaboration. It's a monthly What Would You Make challenge, and it is hosted by Zana from OK at Home DIY, Connie from Connie's Workshop and DIYs, and the guest host this month is Crafting with Jay-Z. The link to their channels and to their playlist will be linked in the description box below and also pinned in the comments. Don't forget to head on over there and show everyone some love. For our next inspiration piece, I'm going to use one of these rectangle pieces from Dollar Tree. I'm going to completely remove that handle, and I'm going to take my Black & Decker paint and primer in the color white, and I'm going to cover the inside of this. Then I came in with my folk art paint in the color rich black, and I am covering the outside frame and also the outside edges of it. And the frame is ready. Then I'm going to come in with some of these wood slices from Dollar Tree, and this little round piece that came from a little chime from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to just go ahead and position these as you see there, trying to put them in an angle and using that round to guide me on the proper placement of them. Once I knew exactly where I wanted them, I'm going to go ahead and take them over. I'm taking the wood slices and painting them with this maize color from Waverly, and the wood round I'm going to paint with that burnt amber. But first I wanted to cover up the holes, so I did that, and then I painted the pieces. Now I'm coming back in with this other yellow from Apple Barrel to make my wedges a little bit brighter, and now we are going to position the wood round on the immediate center of the sign. And now we are going to reposition the slices. So I'm just following the same that I had before, the same pattern, until I had the thing completely positioned on here. Just want to place everything before doing any gluing to make sure that I have everything in the perfect position. And there we go. Now that everything is set and it looks beautiful, I'm going to come in with some wood hot glue and add to the bottom of these. Just, going ahead and placing them carefully in the exact same place where I put them before. Now I'm coming in with this Artisa paint pen in the color brown, and I'm going to add little dots and lines on each one of these little petals. My friends, I want to take a quick moment to say thank you so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing, for commenting, for everything that you do that helps this channel succeed. It is all because of you. Thank you so much. All right. And then I came in with this yellow Artisa pen, and I'm going to add little dots on the inside circle, as you see there, just following the same pattern and coming in closer and closer until I completely get to the middle, and this is completely covered in dots. And this is how it's looking so far. Now I'm going to come in and go ahead and put this back on, this hanger back on, but I'm going to put beads on it first. So I just put a combination of wood beads, black beads, and white beads with a 2-to-1 ratio, with 2 being the black ones. And I repositioned it onto my little frame. And here it is, all complete. Let me know what you think. The next inspiration is going to be a beautiful wood round. So I used this wood round from Dollar Tree. I'm going to remove the tag and the hanger. Then I made sure that it was dust free. And now I'm going to come in with my white Black & Decker paint and primer, and I'm going to give it 2 coats. Then I'm going to use some of these stencils that I got from Temu. This is cow print, guys. This is so freaking cute. I can't wait for you guys to see it. So I lined it up, and then I'm using some of this masking tape to hold it in place so it won't slide as I'm stenciling down. Then I came in with my black Pole Card chalk paint and a makeup sponge, and I'm just going to go ahead and fill in everything on here, just bouncing up and down as I went. This paint, guys, is so thick that I didn't really have any bleed. I was still being very careful not to have any bleeds, but this turned out pretty cool. Just, take your time. And I just, tapped it up and down and held the template in place so it wouldn't lift and it would avoid any wrinkles. So the moment of truth, let's see how I came out. OMG, guys. I absolutely love how this turned out. No bleeds. Look at the beautiful pattern against that white. Look at that. I was happy as heck. So now I'm going to come in. That's after it dried. I'm going to come in with this decal from Dollar Tree. And guys, look at me. Look, I'm trying to open it. I'm like, what's going on? Wrong part. The opening was in the bottom right there. So here I'm going to take the thankful word and I'm going to cut it out. I used these before, guys, and it was a nightmare. Now I'm using transfer tape as it was suggested by one of my subscribers. So I'm going to place the transfer tape on there to avoid the piece from wrinkling and becoming a mess. So I did that, making sure that all my letters stuck down. And I also brought over one of those little green vines that came with this. I'm placing it down, making sure that it's centered. I just place it down there real quick. Now I'm going to lift it up and make sure that it's straight. And now that we're sure, I'm just going to rub it right there on the surface to make sure that it stays in place. I used also that little scraper backwards. Now I'm going to remove that and make sure that everything is nice and put, and it is. All right, so now we're going to add another one of these green pieces. I'm just cutting it off using, again, a piece of transfer tape paper to help me, transfer tape to help me put it in place. Being very careful to only bring up that flowers and not the rest of the plastic. So once I had that, I'm positioning it right here on the opposite side of the other one. And once I was happy with the placement, I'm going to just rub it in place. I use my nail here, and then I'm going to reveal it, and look how cute that is. Now it's time for a hanger. So I used the same hanger that came with this piece, and I'm just going to use black beads until, I'm happy with the amount of beads on there. I do want to leave some space in between. But before I added that on, I wanted to make sure to seal in all this beautiful work. So I used some matte Mod Podge. I started with the top of the decal walls to make sure that stayed in place. And then I added a Mod Podge on the entire wood round. So everything had the same finish and everything had the same durability. And once the Mod Podge dry, look how cute that looks, guys. I'm going to go ahead and position my hanger. I am putting it through to the back so that plastic piece is on the back of it and making sure that it's nicely secured. But already, I'm not done yet. Now I'm going to take some jute cord from Dollar Tree and I'm going to create a couple of jute cord bows. I just wrapped the twine around my hand a couple of times, actually 3 times, making sure to leave 2 little tails on the ends on here. And look at that matted mess I had going on with the jute cord, guys. It was crazy. But anyway, I untangled it and then I was able to get a piece to tie my bow. And I repeated this process twice, minus the tangling fight. And here you see I burned off the fuzzies on both of the little bows. And I also did the same thing with the jute cord that's on the hanger. Here you see how I'm running that off. I waited until the last minute to do this. Don't do this just in case, something catches fire. It doesn't stain your project. All right, now that the fuzzies are all gone, I'm going to go ahead and take those bows and add them to my hanger right in here. And that's all she wrote. So guys, let me know which one is your favorite, if you prefer it with the bows or without the bows. I thought that both ways it was cute, so I don't know. If I change my mind later on, it's just hot glue. I can just take it right off. And here it is, all completed. Look at this, how cute that is. Don't forget to let me know what you think. And here we are with the final reveal. Let me know which one is your favorite. I have a hard time with this one. I think it might be the wood round. I don't know. What you guys think? My friends, as always, thank you so much for watching. Be blessed, be a blessing, and craft responsibly. And if you would like to follow me on social media, here are my social media links. And don't forget to visit my friends in the playlist. And if you would like to watch some more of my video, here's a suggestion, and you're more than welcome to binge with this playlist. And don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much as always. You guys are awesome. Bye.